I was 13 years old, standing in my own backyard, mowing the lawn, in the middle of the day, when a knock came at our door. Not from a neighbor, not from a friend. Noise control. And that was the moment I realized something terrifying as a kid. Someone next door was watching us, listening to us, and calling authorities every time we made a sound. This happened about 15 years ago, back when I was still a kid living at home. We lived in what was technically called a city, but honestly, it barely qualified. Population on paper, suburbs in reality, wide streets, big yards, the kind of place where the loudest sounds were lawnmowers, kids laughing, and dogs barking at nothing. Our house had a huge backyard, the kind that made weekends feel endless. Next to our driveway sat 3 attached rental flats, their front doors facing directly toward our house. For years it was peaceful. Families came and went. People waved. People talked. We knew each other. Then the middle flat emptied, and a new woman moved in. She was older, single, almost always home, and cold. Not rude exactly, just absent. No greetings, no eye contact, no acknowledgement that anyone else existed. At first, we didn't care. Everyone deserves privacy. But there was something about her. Something heavy. Like the air shifted whenever she was around. Police car light the first complaint. One Saturday around midday, I was mowing the lawn. I remember it clearly. Sun high, grass warm, sweat trickling down my back. I was earning pocket money, feeling proud, thinking about nothing important at all. About 20 minutes in. Knock. Knock. Noise control. The officer looked uncomfortable, almost apologetic. He said, "We received a complaint. We know it's silly, but we have to ask you to finish up soon." I remember standing there, hands buzzing from the mower, heart sinking. Because as a kid, authority showing up feels huge. It makes you feel like you did something wrong. Even when you didn't. Still, fine. Whatever. We finished the lawn. Moved on. Or at least we tried to. Over the next few weeks, the visits kept coming. Noise control. Again. And again. For mowing. For chopping vegetables with the kitchen window open. For my younger sister and me playing in the backyard. Not screaming. Not yelling. Sometimes we were just sitting on the swings. Talking. And yet, every knock made my stomach drop. I started feeling nervous just going outside. I remember thinking, what if we're too loud? What if they come again? What if we get in trouble? That kind of fear sticks with you. Especially when you're a kid. Woman detective, the realization. My parents started asking around. Every neighbor said the same thing. It's not us. We don't mind the noise. You're fine. And slowly, the answer became obvious. The woman next door. The quiet one. The watcher. She was calling every single time she heard something she didn't like. And it wasn't just us. She'd complained about other neighbors too. But because our driveway sat right beside her flat, we were her favorite target. The last straw. Winter approached. My dad always stocked firewood early. First chopping weekend, Saturday, 2 p.m. He fired up the chainsaw. It ran for maybe 90 seconds. Then he shut it off. The chain needed replacing. So he grabbed the axe. Thunk, thunk, thunk. 5 minutes later. Knock. Noise control. Again. This time, the officers looked exhausted. They admitted the truth. Yes, it was her. Yes, they knew her well. Yes, she had a history. Apparently, she'd pulled this exact behavior at multiple previous addresses. But legally? They had to respond. Even if the complaint was ridiculous. Warning, the breaking point. The next weekend. Dad chopped wood again. Still daytime. Still reasonable. Still legal. Another complaint. I watched my dad stand there quietly. Axe resting against the stump. Jaw tight. Eyes distant. And then he said it. Fine. If she wants noise, we'll give her noise. Articulated Lori the plan. We had a family friend. A truck driver. The kind who drove massive rigs across the country. I'm talking almost Optimus Prime massive. Dad explained everything. There was a pause. Then laughter. He was back in town that weekend. And he was more than happy to help. We warned every neighbor. Not one objected. Because, surprise, she'd been complaining about all of them too. Direct hit execution day. Saturday morning. 9 a.m. sharp. We carefully guided that massive truck down our driveway. 30 minutes. Inches to spare. We knew exactly where to park it. Because we knew those flats. Her bedroom wall? Right beside her front door. The truck's cab ended up less than 2 meters from her wall. Perfect. Collision the revenge. The driver looked at us and grinned. Then, honk. The sound was unbelievable. Deep. Violent. Shaking. Our cats fled. Windows rattled. Then again. Honk. And again. Honk. We took turns. Each blast echoing through the neighborhood. 10 full minutes. Then we went inside. Had coffee. Came back out. One final blast. Honk. The truck drove away. Face without mouth, the silence. No noise control. No complaints. No knocks. The woman moved out the following week. Looking back, it wasn't about being loud. It was about standing up to someone who used rules to control people. She thought she had power. She forgot one thing. Backhand index pointing right rules protect everyone, including the people who finally decide they've had enough. If this story hit home, like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. Have you ever had that neighbor? Because sometimes, karma doesn't whisper. Articulated Lori. It honks.